no. I've just been butted. Well, don't laugh. Oh.
Who's that?
Well, it wasn't one of the chickens. That killer goat of ours.
What? Little Geraldine?
Little Geraldine, rhinoceros in goat's clothing.
I'd never have any trouble with her.
Oh, no, you wouldn't, would you? All girls together. Yeah. Why has she suddenly got so stroppy?
Puberty.
Oh, don't be ridiculous. Goats don't have puberty. Do they?
Don't need.
Oh, dear, you don't have to go to America to see Disneyland. We've got it right here.
Stop moaning and eat your lunch. It's a nice soup.
Oh, smashing. I think it's this leek soup that's giving me these tremendous muscles, you know.
Oh, that's a shame, because it's not leek.
It is.
It's not? That's funny. I could have sworn I'd put some potatoes in there.
You picked some leeks from the front garden.
No, I didn't.
Well, I didn't.
So?
I'm just saying I didn't pick any leeks from the front garden.
Now, let's see. You didn't pick any leeks, and I didn't pick any leeks. That's why we're having potato soup.
No, you're missing the point. See,
Only because it's so obscure.
look, you haven't picked any leeks, and I haven't picked any leeks, but there's some leeks missing. So what's happened to them?
Are you sure?
Am I sure? Is a shepherd sure when some of his flock are missing? I planted 96 leeks. There are now only 88. That's 6 short.
8.
I said 8.
Perhaps they died. Perhaps the cat's been watering them.
That would wither them. It wouldn't make them disappear. No, somebody's been pinching them.
Oh.
Yeah, maybe you want to call the police?
Well, I don't quite see the flying squad belting down here over 8 leeks.
No. Perhaps they've got a leek squad.
They'd be Welsh.
Yeah. Long way to come, isn't it? We won't bother.
No, all right.
No, honestly, if traffic in London gets much worse, it's simply going to grind to a halt. You know, it took me 45 minutes to get across London Bridge this evening.
Good Lord, that's 15 minutes more than last week.
Yeah, and then to cap it all, just as I turned into the avenue, some stupid bitch on a Yamaha nearly took my wing mirror off.
It wouldn't be Miss Mountcharf by any chance, hurrying to rehearse The Sound of Music.
Please, don't mention that chair in this house. You don't know what it's like being married to Julia Andrews.
Oh, come on, Jerry. Hitting that part would make Margot a star.
At Surbiton Town Hall. In any case, she's totally miscast. I mean, can you really see Margot as an apprentice nun?
Well...
Can you, Tom?
What?
I said, can you really see Margot as an apprentice nun?
They're called apostates, aren't they? Or is it an operation?
You tell me if I'm boring you, won't you?
Oh, sorry. No, I was just looking at my leeks.
Why, are you expecting them to elope with the Brussels sprout?
Somebody's been pinching them. It's all right when it was once, but it's 3 times now.
Really? You and your vegetables, you're about as boring as Margot, and a sound of bloody music.
I'm sorry to be so long, but one does have to keep such a careful eye on côtelette d'agneau au Duc de la Galette.
Oh, lovely. Lamb cutlets.
Yes, well, I thought meat for the main course because your blood gets so little iron these days, Barbara.
Oh, we do eat spinach.
Well, hardly the same thing, is it? Dessert is going to be a total surprise, so I thought we'd start with something terribly predictable. Leek soup. Leek soup.
Fresh leeks?
Of course. Why the significant glances?
Well, some leeks are missing from our front garden.
Not that you're not welcome to the Margot. I mean, we
Oh,
have
you
all...
really should have joined the diplomatic corps.
Well, I wasn't implying that she stole them.
Please tell me what that is, Tom.
It's a bill from Harrods.
Thank you. And would you please read aloud the item under quail's eggs?
2 pounds of leeks.
Thank you very much. I rest my case.
There's no case to answer. I wasn't accusing you of anything.
Oh, I thought you were.
Of course we weren't. Our best friend, somebody who takes the trouble to give us meat and a super surprise dessert. I can't wait to see what it is, Margot.
It's bomb surprise. Oh, dear.
Oh, no. Whoever it is that's pinching our leeks is a nasty piece of work, like Jerry.
Yes. 16 he's out now. 16.
Don't tell me you number them.
Certainly.
You know them all by name, presumably. What a lot of fuss about nothing.
It's not nothing to us, mate. Not just a few leeks out of the garden. It's part of our capital. It doesn't matter how many. It's still stealing.
I couldn't agree more, Tom.
But you never agree with Tom.
Well, I do on this occasion. This leek business is symptomatic of the moral decline in this country since the fall of the last Conservative government. It isn't young girls with obscene innuendo on their T-shirts. It's trades union leaders haranguing us from the safety of a television studio. It's open-neck shirts and trouser suits at the Dorchester. It's Monday to Friday becoming Monday through Friday. THRU, by the way. And to cap it all, it's test matches being marred by banner-waving thugs of Lords.
Well, that's opened up the discussion a bit.
Very well. Let's confine it to leeks.
Oh, God, where's the alcohol?
Whoever is stealing your leeks, Tom, is showing a total disregard for private property and should be punished.
Right. They still chop thieves' hands off in Saudi Arabia, you know.
Well, what do you propose doing? Lying in wait for the chap with the scimitar?
I'm just saying that a man has a right to protect his property, and I intend to.
Yes, and if there's any trouble, I won't be standing in the background twittering. I shall be in there with a garden rake.
Well, I think you're taking the whole thing far too seriously. You're making mountains out of molehills.
Well, it's better than taking nothing seriously.
What do you mean?
Well, music, for example. I mean, most blokes would be proud to have their wives playing the lead in The Sound of Music.
What has Jerry been saying?
Oh, don't you tell tales?
I don't expect he meant it anyway.
Jerry? What have you been saying about The Sound of Music?
Don't do that.
Look, you can't stay here all night. It's ridiculous. Now, come to bed. Come on.
All right, all right. They must pinch them at night, though. Always about in the day. Shh, listen. All right, there you are. This is a citizen's arrest. Can you hear me? Bloody sauce. And let that be a lesson to you.
Sure that goat went for you again this morning?
Yes, I'd have run the gauntlet again.
It's funny. It's just been licking my hand.
Yeah, all right, all right. So you got away with ghosts. I got away with cheetahs.
Well, wife, when you finish cleaning up Dodge City, perhaps you could do the same with the pigsty.
Yeah, okay. I was just
Playing cowboys. I'm worried about you, you know. Ever since you pelleted that bloke, you've been gun crazy.
nonsense. My, you. I'd have been all right, wouldn't I, in Dodge City, places like that?
What as? A dance hall girl?
Look, that was a pretty fancy piece of shooting last night, you know. To get a bloke in the backside, one shot from the hip in the dark at what, 100 yards? Can't be burned.
Better than missing a chicken at 6 inches.
It ducked, Barbara, you kind of remember. No, this was different, though. This was a different sort of feeling. Something basic, like a homesteader defending his land from marauding Indians. Hurons, probably.
No, not in Texas. Hurons are bald and come from Canada.
Well, how would you know that?
I read it.
Where? Where's your source?
In your boy's book of knowledge.
Don't split hairs, Barbara. I'm just saying that leek thief got what he deserved, and I'm glad.
So am I.
I don't teach you to meddle with the fastest gun in Surbiton. Oh, front door. I'll go.
I hope he's a driving instructor. I hope he has to sit down all day. That'll teach him. Who was it?
An officer of the court. You know that leek thief?
Yes?
The swine's doing me for common assault.
Very well. Now, Mr. Bennett, in consideration of the cross summons brought against you by Mr. Good, I have this to say. You have, on your own admission, stolen a total of 18 leeks from Mr. Good's garden. Such a theft might be considered by some to be petty. I consider theft to be theft. I therefore set your fine at £10. Have you anything to say?
No, sir.
Very well, you may step down. Now, Mr. Good,
Oh, yes.
you, on your own admission, did shoot Mr. Bennett in the left buttock with an air gun pellet.
True.
I know it's true.
Sorry.
I am, of course, totally unable to condone you taking the law into your own hands. The law is enforced by a fairly well-known body of men and women known as the Metropolitan Police. I would ask you to bear this in mind. Nevertheless, I am cognizant of the fact that your lifestyle is somewhat unusual, and that therefore 18 leeks have rather more significance for you than they do for a normal person. I am therefore prepared to show leniency. You will be bound over for 3 months. Have you anything to say?
Thank you, sir. Yes, I have. I would just like to add this. I have in the past frequently thought of judges and magistrates as pump and sole twits.
Have you?
Yes, but I was greatly impressed by the way you conducted yourself this morning. And moreover, I realise that the establishment says that I must have a token slap on the wrist. This I accept.
How very kind of you. I must, however, point out that being bound over is rather more than a token slap on the wrist.
Is it?
Yes, it is.
Oh.
It means that you will sign a solemn undertaking to be a law-abiding citizen for the next 3 months.
Oh, I will.
Very well, then.
Unless, of course, if some other joker comes and finishes my stuff.
Mr. Good, when the law passed his sentence, the culprit is not empowered to add provisos of his own.
Oh. Oh. Well, in that case, I can't accept the law. I shall just have to refuse to be bound over.
But you can't.
I just have.
You can't.
Now, look. I can't make a promise I might have to break. If I am provoked...
I'm the one who's being provoked. Clark.
Get out while you're winning, you bloody fool.
No, I won't.
It's Jim. Don't you talk.
Don't worry, I won't.
Be quiet. Very well, thank you. Mr. Good, I must warn you that unless you reconsider, I shall have no alternative but to implement what the law demands in the situation you have created.
I'm very sorry, but I've got principles of my own. I cannot promise not to defend what's mine, even if it means going to prison for 1 or 2 days.
And that is your final word?
It is.
In that case, you will go to prison for 28 days to reconsider.
28?
Next case.
Hello?
Hello? You all right?
Me? Yeah, I'm all right. Are you all right?
Yes, I'm all right.
Oh, that's all right then.
How's Pentonville?
I don't like it very much.
No.
Is it warm out?
Yes. Bit muggy, though.
I work in the kitchens.
Do you?
Oh, I know what I want to tell you.
What?
One of our warders here keeps parakeets.
Does he?
Yeah, Mr. Richards, his name is.
Have you seen them?
What?
His parakeets.
Oh, no, well, they're in his house.
Oh, yes, of course. They would be, wouldn't they?
Why are we having this ridiculous conversation?
Oh, Tom, I do miss you.
Yeah, I miss you too, love. There are 2,000 of us in here, but it's ever so lonely.
Not all in the same cell.
Oh, no, no. I've started a tunnel, you know.
Oh, I thought you might.
Oh, yes, yes. If my reckoning is correct, I should come out on the southbound platform of Baker Street Station.
Make sure you miss the rush hour.
Look, love, I did do the right thing, didn't I?
Of course you did.
I just didn't think it would cost 28 days.
26, huh?
Blimey, is that all I've done? It's a time drag when you're in prison.
Do you want to see Jerry?
I didn't realise he was here.
Brought me.
Oh, he is a good friend, isn't he?
You are a silly sod.
Thanks very much. You keeping well?
Well, you are, aren't you? I mean, you and your precious principles. You couldn't just say thank you, sir, yes, sir, and go off home, could you? You couldn't just crawl like any sensible person.
No, I couldn't.
No, he couldn't.
Anyway, I've done 2 days already. Another 26, and that'll be the end of that.
Oh, no, it won't. Don't you see? This 28 days isn't an alternative to being bound over. You've just been sent here to think things out. And if at the end of 28 days you still refuse to be bound over, you get another 28 days, and so on, and so on.
That's not fair.
I could be here for years.
Well, why don't you agree to be bound over? You could be home by this time tomorrow.
There's only one thing to say to that kind of abject surrender.
Oh, dear, what?
Warder, I want to see the governor.
There it is.
I feel like the Count of Monte Cristo.
Card for you.
From you? Mm-hmm. Welcome home, Scarface. Most women would have cried.
I did that when you were in prison.
Thank you. Home, home, home. They call it a castle, don't they? And it is.
Shall we build a drawbridge?
Sometimes I'd like to. Sometimes I'd like to create our house and garden into an independent state with laws of its own. Somewhere we could just lock ourselves away.
That's rich, considering where you've come from.
Oh, thank you very much, dear. Break up my criminal record. Oh, I'm tired.
Well, haven't you been sleeping?
No, I'm not tired.
Oh, I see.
Well, it's traditional, you know, returning prisoner and wife.
We mustn't let these old traditions die, must we?
Surprise, surprise! Welcome home, Tom. Oh, my goodness, you've got an awful prison pallor about you.
After 3 days.
Here, well then, this will bring the roses back to his little cheeks.
Oh, Jerry, how
And
lovely.
may I say, Tom, how proud I am of the stand you have taken, and I don't care who knows it. But if anyone should ask, you've been on holiday.
Ah, well, now, that's going to be a bit awkward.
Why?
You see, Barbara and I are giving a party for the lads who got out with me today, and when they meet the neighbours, well...
They mustn't.
Oh, come on, Margot. You like them nice enough fellows, especially Sledgehammer Harris.
Oh, was that the one that kept calling you Pistol this morning?
No, that was Slicer Wanstead.
Any mafia people?
One or two.
Who was it said, better a witty fool than a foolish wit?
Well, it's great to be home. Let's get this done, I say.
Yes, well, I think we ought to have a toast.
All right. Do you want us sitting or standing, Margaret?
Standing, I think, Barbara. Jerry?
What?
Toast, please, Jerry.
To absent friends at the Ville.
Jerry, I'll do it. Here's to Tom. Although I often find his general behaviour irritating in the extreme, I think we all applaud him for having the courage to go to prison rather than kowtow to authority, which is biased in favour of the Yahoo.
Tom?
Well, I did kowtow in the end. I signed my piece of paper, didn't I?
Oh, come, Tom, you did everything you could. You mustn't blame yourself.
No, I don't blame myself. I blame that moron who stole the leaks in the first
Yes,
place.
so do I. I hope he gets leek poisoning.
And I hope that inflation cripples him.
What a lovely lot you are. Come on, it's all in the past. Forgive and forget. Eh, Tom?
Well, how should I put it? No.
Hello. Hello. It's, got a bit out of hand, didn't it?
Yes, it did a bit.
Look, Mr. Good, could we have a chat?
No.
Oh, go on. Please.
All right, then you better come in the house. Dad! There are 74 leaks there. Sit down.
I've called before, a couple of times.
Yes, left with a handful of leaks on both occasions.
No, I mean just recently. I wanted to talk to you.
Well, I wouldn't have been in, would I? I was in prison, remember?
Look, Mr. Good, I feel awful about this. I don't normally go around stealing things from people's gardens, you know.
Then why start with me?
Well, it's a bit difficult to explain, really. I live in this block of flats, do you see? Concrete everywhere. We don't even own a window box. And somehow to keep walking by your garden every day and seeing those fresh green vegetables growing in it.
Oh, I see. Being a have-not entitles you to become an I will take, does it?
No, I'm just trying to make you understand that it was an aberration.
Yes, there are too many people aberrating today, far too many. Yes, I did hijack that plane, my lord, and it was only an aberration. Yes, I did pump out the tanks off the Cornish Riviera. I must have had a quick aberrate without thinking.
Look, I'm not talking about the big things. I'm talking about the little things when you pretend it really doesn't matter. It's cheating, that's what it really is. You know, it's rather like taking the ball with 1 foot over the boundary ropes and then claiming the catch.
I fail to see... Oh, you play cricket, do you?
Yes.
Cup of tea?
Oh, thank you, yes.
Who do you play for?
Ah, local Sunday side. No great shakes.
I had a trial for the Surrey Colts once, you know.
No.
Yeah.
What, really? Oh, what do you do? Bat? Bowl?
Bit of both.
Uh-huh.
Yes, I go in number 4 to help the score along.
Splendid.
Well, a bit of swinger stuff, you know. The one that leaves the bat and the one that nips back off the seam.
Ah, now there's the ball I've never been able to bowl.
Have you really? Really?
No.
Oh. Well, it's just a matter of getting the right grip, you know.
Uh-huh.
I told my wife to leave that job to me.
I'd really like to apologise to her, too.
Well, she's grazing the goat on the common. Please, sit down, please. No. Anyway, getting back to the ball that nips back off the seam. I remember chatting to Alec Bedford about it.
Well?
Yes. You see, the real secret, well, the art of the thing is... well, I can't really show you without a ball.
Look, Mr. Good.
Tom,
you wouldn't open for us, would you? I mean, if you have a free Sunday.
Pardon? Oh, yeah. Well, the thing is,
Harry, the thing is, I'd love to, but, well, it's the garden. You see, the old garden, you've got to keep on top of it.
Yes, quite. Oh, Lord. That brings up the subject of leaks again, doesn't it?
Oh, blow the leaks, Harry. Who cares about 18 leaks?
No, I had no right to take that summons out against you in the first place. But that pellet did hurt.
You had every right to take out that summons, Harry.
And you had every right to shoot me, Tom.
Well, perhaps I did, but let me say this. It takes generosity of spirit to come round and apologise the way you have.
It was the least I could do. Look, well, couldn't you even open perhaps one Sunday in the month next season?
We'll see, eh?
Okay. Look, Tom, I don't want to appear rude, but I'm a painter and decorator.
There's nothing wrong in that, Harry.
No, I mean, well, I did notice that your exterior paintwork does need a bit of redoing.
It's a little bit tatty, isn't it, Harry?
Well, I'll do it for you. I'd like to.
Don't be silly, Harry.
No? I paid that fine to the court, you know, not to you. Well, I just feel that I owe you something personally. Look, I wouldn't be able to do it till next month, but what if I come around on Sunday and we can talk about colours?
But you were playing cricket.
It's the football season.
Oh, yes, yes. Well, if you really insist, Harry.
I do, Tom, I do.
But now listen, anytime you're passing and you fancy a couple of leaks, you take them. Don't ask me, just help yourself.
No, I couldn't do that.
I won't let you paint my house.
All right.
Right.
Gosh, it's nice tea, this.
Oh, thanks so much. Yeah. Harry, what do you think of our magistrate?
If you ask me, I thought he was a bit power-crazed.
My sentiments exactly.
I'll bet he's never played cricket.
Well, of course he hasn't. Probably think Tony Gregg is a grocer's. Oh, I tell you what, Harry, what about a drop of wine?
Well, oh, good Lord, is that the time? No, I'd love to, but, you see, I have to pick up a prescription for Pauline's leg.
Oh, quite. Well, Sunday perhaps.
You're on. No, after you, Tom.
After you, Harry.
Right.
Well, Sunday then.
I'll be there.
Don't bother about lunch. You're eating with us.
It's very kind of you, Tom.
My pleasure, mate. Bye.
Bye.
Hey, Harry. Come on, pick some leaks.
Oh, no, really, I couldn't.
Come on, I told you. Pick 'em. Help yourself.
All right, Tom, I will.